Well, howdy all, grab yourself a beer, it's time for some Path of Exile discussion. So today, GGG announced the 3.17 expansion name and release date. So on the 4th of February, if you're American time zone, 5th of February if like me, you're in Australia, and pretty much right on midnight between the two if you're in Europe, they're going to be releasing 3.17, which will be named Siege of the Atlas. Given the name, it'll undoubtedly entail a significant endgame overhaul. All of the other of the Atlas or for the Atlas expansions have been major endgame overhauls. So that was 3.1, which, well, actually no, 2.4 was the first one. That introduced the Shaper and the 4 Shaper Guardians. 3.1 introduced the Elder and the Shaper, or the Elder and then had this Shaper versus Elder war conflict that went on. 3.9 introduced the Conquerors of the Atlas, and 3.13 introduced the Maven. So it'll be something of similar scope to that, probably alongside a fairly simple challenge league, although simple challenge leagues can be quite good too. So the other thing that's significant is that there's going to be a major information dump. Now, if you're American time zones, this will be on the 27th. If you're Australian, it'll be on the 28th. And this will be taking place on Twitch and will be widely restreamed with commentary. I'll be doing exactly that. And also there'll be some sort of Twitch drop that'll be given out. So that'll be some sort of in-game MTX that'll be free for people that watch it. It's most likely one that's currently on sale in the store, although which one it is, we don't know. As for the date, the 25th of February sees Elden Ring being released, which is a game that I think will compete not for all Path of Exile players. A lot of people won't be interested, but for the more hardcore section of the player base, Elden Ring is something that they've probably been waiting for a long time. And this is going to be 3 weeks into the league. This is actually ideal. If you're a hardcore player, that's usually about the time you're quitting the league anyway. So if you are someone that's really excited for Elden Ring, then chances are you'll finish all your 3.17 goals quickly, and then you'll just move on. That'll be the end of the league for you. You'll go and you'll play Elden Ring through. Or maybe you'll finish Elden Ring and then come back to Path of Exile but sometime by the end of that. So that's why I'm not surprised that it's the 4th of February. I think that if they'd made it the 11th, even though they would have had an extra week to work on it, you start to have 2 weeks until Elden Ring comes out. And at that point, the sort of hardcore gamer that Elden Ring caters to would then end up being unable to complete their 3.17 goals. And a lot of players, if they can't complete their goals, they'll know that and they won't start the league. So I'm not surprised that it's coming out on the 4th rather than the 11th. Those are the 2 dates that were possible in the past. Now, if you're a console player, 5 days later on the 9th of February, and so that's, pretty typical. Consoles have always been a little bit later just because they are GGG's secondary focus. Anyway, that's all we know so far. Definitely tune in to either my rebroadcast of the live stream or just anyone else, any of your other favorite content creators. Pretty much every Path of Exile content creator will be restreaming the announcement, or you can watch the announcement directly. And it can be a really good opportunity to chat with other Path of Exile players and discuss what's revealed, because there's always something you will miss. And I find this myself. I always miss things and rely on other people to point them out to me. And then after that, there'll be a whole lot of videos that'll come out on it. And we will be in rumor season as well. Now, teaser season will probably be starting fairly soon. Wouldn't surprise me if we start getting minor information about the league from next week. That'll be things like unique items and divination cards and stuff like that. The sort of stuff that can have a bit of an impact on how the league is played, but isn't as big as the major information dump that comes on the 27th. May your Varlobs have interesting results, and I will see you when the Atlas is being besieged.